With this solution, you are able to manage your entire performance cycle from beginning to end with tools to help aid you in managing employee development, rewarding performance, and retaining talent. Let's take a look at how you can use this performance management solution to better manage your team and help align your entire organization for success. The Talent Dashboard is an excellent place to quickly access key reporting and performance metrics that will help you understand how your employees are performing and will help aid you in the evaluation process. To get started, I want to draw your attention to the pie chart here on the dashboard, which will allow you to keep track of the entire review process across your organization. This chart will provide details around how many reviews are currently in progress, how many are finalized, etc. And keep in mind that there are automated system-generated notifications to remind those participating in the review process of upcoming due dates. Now, by navigating to the to-do list, you can check out the reviews that have been assigned to you for completion. This solution allows you to automate and streamline your review process by allowing you to custom create your reviews electronically, thereby eliminating your paper-based forms. So let's begin by taking a look at this sample review. Now, your reviews can be auto-initiated based upon your review frequency. For example, you can create quarterly reviews or annual reviews based upon your specific business needs. And when building your performance evaluations, you can define measurable objectives with a clearly defined rating scale to assess your employees fairly. This evaluation is reviewing the employees based upon their core values, their competencies, and their goals, with the goals carrying the most weight. Now, we are assigned the task of completing this employee's review. And keep in mind that these review workflows are completely configurable, meaning you can define who will be participating in this review process for each employee. As you are reviewing your employees, you may want to pull some performance metrics to make sure that you are providing a fair evaluation. So right here within the review, you have access to your historical reviews, along with other key data that will help aid you in your evaluation. One big factor when developing your performance strategy is to define goals that will align the entire organization for success. You can create company-wide goals, team goals, and individual employee goals that can all be documented and managed within the system. Essentially, goal tracking allows you to stay on top of employee development. You can use this tool to encourage employees to achieve a new skill, work towards a new accomplishment, or even enroll in a new training program. So let's dive into one of these personal goals that have been assigned to this employee. Keep in mind that these goals can be assigned to the employees throughout the year, and they can access their goals within their employee self-service portal, where they can update the status of these goals themselves. And using the notes section, they can communicate their achievements to their manager. This enables management to continuously monitor employee goals and encourages managers to deliver ongoing coaching or feedback throughout the year. These goals can then be automatically tied directly to the employee's performance review so that their achievements can be scored as part of their overall evaluation. In addition to goal tracking, throughout the year you can capture additional information to aid you in evaluating your employees' performance. Incident tracking will help you identify areas for improvement within your organization. This could reflect attendance violations, safety concerns, and disciplinary or performance issues. Not only are you able to keep track of poor performance within the system, but you are also able to keep track of employee achievements, such as positive recognitions or awards earned by the employee. And you can drill down into any incident directly from this screen to take a deeper look. Within each incident, you are able to keep track of all of the details, including any notes or comments left by the manager. As you can see, these documented incidents can play a huge role in the overall evaluation of an employee. And finally, you have the opportunity to gather peer feedback as you prepare for your upcoming review. Now, you can determine who will be providing feedback for your employees, or you can allow them to assign their own feedback providers. Let's check out an example of our peer feedback. Your peer feedback questionnaire is custom built to gather valuable insights from frontline employees to incorporate into the overall evaluation. Now that we have evaluated our employees' performance, it's time to go through the review process. Here on the entry screen, managers can input their rankings and add any additional comments for each of these review objectives. And once the feedback has been completed, this review can be submitted and it will then be ready for finalization. On the summary screen, you can easily complete the finalization process. The final ranking is taking into account all of the different variables to determine the final weighted average for this review. Now, as a last step in this review process, annual increases can be awarded to the employees for their hard work right here within the review. Or you can use our compensation module to manage the annual increases across your team from one centralized place. So let's take a look at our compensation module to see how easy it is to manage these increases. You have easy access to your compensation worksheet right here from the dashboard. Within our compensation module, you can set budgets for annual increases across your company. In this example, we are awarding a 5% increase across the entire company, and each manager can award increases to their employees right here from this worksheet, and they will be forced to stay within this set budget. This worksheet shows managers their employees' current compensation, how they performed on their last finalized review, and where they stand within their pay grade. There is also a built-in tool that makes recommendations for what increase percentage the manager should distribute to the employees based upon their performance rating and their pay grade so that they can make fair compensation decisions. And then once all of the increases have been inputted into this worksheet, the manager would submit their compensation changes for approval. And upon approval, the new compensation changes would automatically go into effect based upon effective dating. So while this wraps up our performance review cycle, managers still need tools and insights to help them effectively discuss career development with their employees. This is where succession planning comes into play. So let's take a deeper look into succession planning. Our interactive succession planning tool helps identify and prepare talent for advancement or promotion to new, more challenging roles within the organization. Here on the dashboard, we can display analytics that will give us insight into our succession plans that we have in place. You may be familiar with the 9-box approach to succession planning. Essentially, this is a commonly used method for evaluating an organization's current talent and identifying potential leaders. When I compare this performance and readiness talent matrix, the individuals identified as high potential candidates for succession are located here in the upper right-hand box, while those who are in the lower left-hand box might flag as a concern. This 9-box approach helps identify where investments need to be made to develop future leaders. In this example, we can see that Kelly is a high performer who is ready to make the move immediately when the need arises. We can also get insights into other metrics, such as the employee's potential, risk of loss, or impact of loss for key positions. If we change the filter to show the impact of loss, this chart is now showing us that if Paul Peterson were to terminate employment, the impact of his loss would be significant. With our succession planning tool, you can identify replacement employees and make sure that they are ready when promotions, resignations, or reorganizations occur so that you are able to quickly and efficiently fill those open positions. So let's drill down and take a deeper look into Kelly's succession plan. When checking out the succession plans for an employee, you can keep track of the employee's performance, which can be tied to the performance review outcome. In this case, she is a high performer. You can also determine her readiness, and we can see that she is currently ready for the next step in her career path. She also has high potential within the organization with a low risk of loss, meaning she's not likely to leave the company anytime soon. And if she were to leave the company, the impact of her loss would be relatively minor due to the fact that she is not in a critical or key role within the organization. Kelly is being groomed to replace Paul Peterson in the event that Paul changes roles or terminates employment. And if Kelly steps into a new position, we have identified Ashley as her potential successor. Assigning succession plans to an employee outlines a clear career path for them. This encourages employees to be more engaged and more motivated to continue to grow and develop within the company. And creating a strategy for mentoring and developing your employees will reduce the retention risks and the impact of loss. Employees are looking to their managers for coaching and career planning, and as you can see, performance management with succession planning lets you review the skills and competencies required for those key positions and helps to identify potential employees for development. To summarize, let's jump into Kelly's employee record to get one more glimpse into the performance management tools that are available to you. With this solution, you can use goal tracking to assign developmental goals in order to help employees achieve the skills required for their career growth. You can also track any trainings or certifications that they have completed in their path for advancement. And you can keep track of achievements and recognitions through the incident tracking tool to help identify which employees might be ready for the next step in their career path. In all, performance management is not strictly a performance review tool. Performance management will improve employee engagement, help develop talent, and ensure the retention of your top performers.